Get your outrage pants on.
This video is about to be very negative.
Warcraft 3 Refunded. Reforged.
You done fucked it up, Blizzard! Are you serious? You got to be shitting me. This is one of the most egregious fuck-ups.
But I can't really help it. It's just that this game itself is kinda trash.
What bothers me the most is that Blizzard purposefully made this news really hard to get to.
It's worse. We were too slow to talk with all of you.
Is it worth a buy? Let's read the lies the words of the developer. Warcraft 3 Reforged is just a bad version of what doesn't say. Read the words, I don't do it. Warcraft 3 Reforged is a stunning reimagining of the revolutionary real-time strategy game that laid the foundation for Azeroth's most epic stories. It is a remake in the truest sense.
And then people pre-ordered Warcraft 3 Reforged based on a trailer and gameplay, live gameplay that somebody was streaming in 2018 of, whoa, look at all these cutscenes are remastered, and Blizzard loves their games and they're bringing it into the 2020s, the new decade of gaming, celebrating where Blizzard comes from.
I've been playing this pretty much non-stop the last couple days, and I'm very confused by it.
Featuring a thorough visual overhaul, a suite of contemporary social and matchmaking features.
And remastering these with new models and new cutscenes and the game and new UI. Everybody knows that the UI in Warcraft 3 was trash. And oh my god, it's going to be a revival of custom games. Joe, did you know that the very popular Dota 2 came from custom games? Like the community creating unique little things. DBZ, Starship Troopers. Well, that was StarCraft. But you know, a lot of really awesome little games.
And more, there's more. Command the Night Elves, the Undead,
Pretty much everything that the developers promised would actually be in this game has actually been removed.
And it's gonna be a rebirth. Well, guess what? The game comes out. I spent money to get because I pre-ordered this shit based on all. Yes, because you know how I love RTSs, Joe. This fucking thing comes out, and none of that shit is in the game.
To be quite frank, I actually regret buying it.
Command the Night Elves, Undead, Orcs and Humans as alliances shift and armies clash in this timeless, real-time strategy game.
They actually showed enhanced cutscenes, and the cutscenes are literally garbage. There's the same fucking shit that was in the game. They fucking lied. And said, we messed up. No, play that fucking clip. Play the clip.
We didn't live up to the high standards that we really set for ourselves.
This is the first time I've ever played a remake of a game where the original was drastically better.
And Blizzard used to be a fantastic company making fantastic games, but now...
We're sorry.
Yeah.
I am sorry, and I accept accountability.
So what is this? Well, Warcraft 3 Reforged is really interesting because the developers themselves over at Blizzard have been very clear that this is not a remaster. This is more of a remake.
Well, we need another fucking apology because I'm refunding this shit. I am not fucking putting up with this. And not only that, but the remapped fucking UI, not there. Well, actually, there's two separate things. You cannot remap the buttons, and there's no upgraded UI. The trash UI has not been. I can't.
So
fuck it.
What did they do? What did they do?
We aspire to bring the world together in epic entertainment.
So
I just told you what they did.
Okay, so
what they've decided to do is go back into the original legendary real-time strategy game Warcraft 3 and actually rework a lot of it. The idea behind it was that after this game came out, obviously we had a bunch of Warcraft books and the World of Warcraft MMORPG, which kind of changed the story itself. And so the developers wanted to try and take this opportunity to go back and actually rewrite the characters in Warcraft 3.
It's unrecognizable.
Fuck up.
So what they announced that they were going to do is they said that Blizzard wants to do more with it, right? They're not just gonna do what they did with StarCraft.
Expanding the campaign, changing the art, doing a lot of stuff to try and update it. Like, here is an actual quote from the developers themselves. Reforged is actually our chance to really flesh characters out. We were unaware that we were going to have people blow up. Characters like Sylvanas Windrunner and Jaina Proudmoore. That to me makes it sound like they're actually adding on to the game itself.
There's a company out of Malaysia that did all of the character stuff for them. It did all the character stuff for them in StarCraft. They didn't even
That
do
was
the
the
thing.
one thing that they did.
And they didn't
The
do it.
one
That's
thing
and they didn't
is-
even do it. And
was
so
the
Wasn't even-
upgraded character model.
Except for all of the stuff that was promised has now been cut. Yes, that's right. Even the trailers that revealed a bunch of added scenes have actually been removed from the game itself, which means that me, as a person who purchased this game expecting added content, I got screwed over.
The corporate suits, they don't give a f.
A lot of the
Yeah.
bugs and glitches and issues from the previous game is still there.
Yeah.
And they ruin companies, and it's sad.
Reforged is nothing. It is literally just a $30 freaking pack of basically updated character models.
Activision has destroyed Blizzard
Yeah, cut the heart out of it.
and cut the heart out of it. It's the soul out of Blizzard.
We'll do better going forward. But our actions are going to matter more than any of these words.
It's sad, sad, really is sad.
Yes, they managed to actually spruce up the graphics to a tiny degree, and yes, this is 4K now, but other than that, this is literally the same game from 2002. But wait, it's actually worse because of certain other aspects about it.
This is the epitome of what Activision Blizzard is that they promise all this shit, then they realize, well, I don't know if we can actually make a bunch of fucking money off an RTS.
One of the things that made Warcraft 3 just explosively successful back in the day was actually the fan-created content.
You know what? Cut that shit. Cut that. Cut that. Even though we promised everybody it, we showed everybody it. Cut it out.
It's absolutely profoundly sad.
Well, sir, this game, it's not very good as is. I don't give a shit. Fucking release it anyway.
Anything you do at all, anything in the world that's done with Warcraft 3 Reforged is the full intellectual and moral property of Blizzard.
Don't
make any
inform
goddamn
anybody.
sense.
Or say when one small news post in one tiny segment in 2019's BlizzCon that nobody heard or paid attention to, don't make it public. Bring it hush-hush so we still get those pre-orders and nobody cancels their pre-orders and people buy it and we make a bit of money. Well, fucking everybody fucking refund it. I'm going to refund.
Well, we'll get there.
There is actually certain parts of this that work worse. The main thing being that there is no longer currently ladders. That means you cannot compare yourself to any of the other players. There's no way to actually rank yourself or see who is the best of the best.
No new custom UI, no custom campaigns, no leaderboard, no clans, no profiles.
We'll get there. But let's go over like the other problems. So people are complaining about connectivity issues, not being able to get into games, not being able to join custom games, which honestly,
fuck you, Blizzard.
Let's talk about technical issues. By far the thing that annoys me the most is that this game runs like hot garbage.
10
You're
years.
a piece of shit.
Yeah, you are a piece of shit.
What I'm really disappointed at,
Not only do you run into frequent crashes when just trying to run the game itself, but there's just a myriad of very strange glitches.
there's things that should have been changed. I mean, for example,
Oh, yeah,
I
it gets
still-
better.
I
Joe, it gets
Oh,
better.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Like,
the unit groups are so small. I don't understand why they haven't redone the UI. They said they were going to redo the UI.
Like something I ran into is 80% of the time the sound would not work.
and play your
They
original
fucking
ones.
removed the original goddamn version, the infrastructure, the ones that people have been playing this for 16 years. Dedicated motherfuckers who make custom games, who are fucking hardcore Blizzard fans. And what does Blizzard do?
So I'd end up actually shutting the game down and rebooting it again and again until eventually I could hear the sound.
Why can't we have bigger groups of units? It's annoying because you can still control the same amount of units. Why can't we put them in bigger groups? I'm sick of having to have 3 or 4 different fucking groups.
Slap him.
Slapped him pretty hard there. That was a pretty good one.
It hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, it just hasn't been reimagined.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones. There's no support for competitive ladder because, you know, no one likes to play StarCraft and Warcraft competitively, right? It wasn't like the Korean national game for, I don't know, forever.
They've removed all of that.
Wow, I can't wait to pay premium price for this game, which I fucking did. This is a game that is like 17 years old. But no, they want to charge you fucking $40, $30.
$40, yeah.
It's just not.
Because they don't want
Fucking
to.
assholes.
They don't want to. They don't want to miss
No,
out.
Joe, it goes further than that, Joe. They say not only do you have no right to make money from it or create it or it's not yours, also you waive your moral rights.
Who do you think you are?
Your moral rights, Joe. What does
doesn't
that
have
mean?
morals.
Well, that's
They're gone.
legalese for them saying that they do not have to even give you a credit.
But our actions are going to matter more than any of these words.
Yeah.
That guy.
Made
Fuck
by
that
fuck
guy.
that guy.
Yeah.
We did this. That is beyond fucked.
Yeah.
This isn't what we were promised.
Oh, it's an RTS game. I don't give a fuck about Warcraft 3. That game is older
Legal
than
le-
I am.
Pretty much all the fancy sound effects that existed in the game have been either turned off or basically muted.
That's worse than the Creation Club from Bethesda. Somehow, Blizzard is now worse than Bethesda.
How do you make a game worse in 15 years, or not even that, 18 years, and you've managed to downgrade the experience itself?
This is nothing like what everybody was expecting.
I never imagined this kind of stuff. Company policies. No, it's not. It is.
You have pretty much given the finger to the community.
This is the kind of shit that turns a company culture around, and now all their stupid fucking blowharding about how they care so much about this and that, and their fucking little stupid insignias and shit at their campus that I visited, it's all garbage.
Getting past that for a second, though, I do want to give them some credit to what I think is definitely the best. The new graphical overhaul is at times very, very nice.
What?
So
There is not more.
you mentioned refunds,
Hey,
right?
he's already pissed off. All
I'm
right?
done.
As you can
So-
see, he's turning red.
Yeah. So
It's just the fact that everything else about this is so paltry paper thin.
all of those people were banned on Blizzard forums. So can you think of another time where Blizzard silenced somebody or
bastards.
banned someone to make sure that they didn't lose a bunch of money, and you think that they learned their fucking lesson? Well, they didn't.
I hope it's clear how committed we are to everyone's right to express themselves in all kinds of ways.
In all kinds of places.
Again and again, I kept being perpetually annoyed.
This is not the game that was advertised.
This is the death of the soul of Blizzard. Blizzard is now Activision. Is this Bobby's
Let's
fault?
bring it all to
Bobby.
light.
Bobby, come here, Bobby. Bobby, I want to talk to you. But now,
Yeah. Well,
They've actually said in interviews that they were working on all this expanded content that they kept promising us,
if the updated models are in the game, that's the one thing that they did do.
and they decided to remove it because Blizzard cut their funding.
Everything else that they promised around it, they didn't do.
That means that we could have actually had a good version of Reforged.
We want the truth.
You can't handle the truth!
Or should I say, a true version of Reforged, instead of this crappy cash grab.
no, we can handle it.
We already know what the truth is. We need to confirm the truth.
Do not buy this game. Don't even rent it. If you had the ability to borrow it from a friend, I might suggest it.
Because we just gave you what the truth is. That's what's happening.
But even then, I still think that the original version, if you manage to find it somewhere on the internet, is actually better than this.
Here, it's Activision, it's corporate greed, it's, well, we're not going to make $1 billion. We're only going to make $1 billion minus $10, you know.
I am giving Warcraft 3 Reforged A 4 out of 10.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I've never actually done this before, but I think I'm going to try and find a way to get a full-blown refund.
Well, that's all we've got. Hopefully there is nothing else.
Breaking asshole news, and you can guarantee, I think that this is the biggest fucking fuck up so far of 2020, right, in gaming.
So
So this is
far,
going to be on the
yes.
fucking controversies list for.
You best believe that.
You best believe that 2020 is starting off wrong. All right, Blizzard,
Terrible
what
movies.
the fuck? How are you gonna fucking recover?
Because I don't even want to own this.
All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But